again, my little yarnivores and spiderets. Fiber Spider back again with another tutorial just for you. Hello. Hope all of you are doing really well today. Thank you for joining me. All right, so today we have got another fabulous little stitch, a V-stitch medley. Yes, we've got regular V-stitches, we've got double V-stitch clusters, and it is so easy. Perfect for a scarf, a wrap, a blanket, whatever dimensions you want, because you know I'm going to give you the multiple, so you can go crazy with the possibilities. Very, very simple with just a 4-row repeat. 2 of those 4 rows are the same, so it's very, very easy. And, well, also another extra bonus is that we're going to be working predominantly into stitch spaces, so it's going to fly right by. Now, for this particular swatch, I used Red Heart Super Saver in the colorway of Citron, which I love. It's sort of like an acid green. It's really, it's bright, it's funky, you know, it's got some pizzazz. I like it. And also because I wanted this to have a nice drape and flow to it, I used a 6mm size J crochet hook. Now, of course, you can use whatever works best for you. I just like to let you know what it is that I used in case if you want to try to duplicate the results. That all being said, let's get to it. All right. Okie dokie, you know what's coming next. First things first, the base chain. So for this particular stitch, you're going to need a multiple of 6 chains plus an additional chain. So I have 25 chains here. I've got 4 multiples of 6, which is 24, plus my additional 1 chain. So I've got 25 chains right here. Now, of course, like I said, you can make this as wide or as narrow as you want to. However, I always suggest make up a swatch first. That way you can determine how many multiples you would need based on your swatch for your desired width, you know, whether it is a blanket or, you know, really whatever. So get your multiple of 6 chains plus an addition of 1 chain ready to go, and we shall get started. Okay. All right, row 1, going to be working into our base chain, and then after this comes the 4-row repeat. So into the 5th chain from the hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into that 5th chain, we're going to do a V-stitch, just a regular V-stitch. So that's going to be a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all into that same chain. So double, chain 1, and double. Now I'm using the top loop of the V. You can go in the back bump if you want to. Either way is totally fine. I have my preference. So from here, going to skip the next 2 chains into the 3rd chain, another V-stitch. So into that 3rd chain, double, chain 1, double. And we're going to do that all the way across until the end. So double, chain 1, and double. And then skip the next 2 chains into that 3rd chain, double, chain 1, and double. Now you may be inclined to do a chain 1 in between your V-stitches. Do not do that, otherwise it's going to buckle outwards a bit. So going directly from that V-stitch, skipping 2 chains into the 3rd, another V-stitch, double, chain 1, double, skip 2 chains, double, chain 1, double, and believe it or not, this is the most difficult row, if you will, because we're working into the chain after this. It's going to be really quite easy. Skip 2 chains, double, chain 1, and double. How do you feel about that? Working into the base chain. Is it, something you don't mind, or is it, fiddly? I mean, I find it fiddly. It's a necessary evil, but to me, it just seems like it's, a little tricksy sometimes. Let me know what you think. Okay, so we have 2 chains left at the end here. So from here, just do a double crochet into that last chain to finish it up. And pull your tail, and there you go. So your piece should look a little something like this. Alrighty. Onwards and upwards to row 2. Okay, so row 2, and it's going to be rows 2, 3, 4, and 5 for the repeat for this stitch. So I'm going to start off by chaining up 2, and that's going to count as our first double crochet. Turn the work. Some people like to chain up 3. I'm more of a fan of chaining up 2. That's just personal preference. I think it looks cleaner on the edge. From here, going to go into that first chain 1 space with a double cluster. So pop right in with 2 doubles. Chain 1 and 2 more doubles. So we got our double V cluster here going on. And then chain 1, then skipping this next V stitch, that chain 1 space V stitch right there, going into the next one with another double V cluster. So going into there with 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles. And we're doing that chain 1 in between our double V clusters to stretch the soup, figuratively speaking. So I got 2 doubles, chain 1, and 2 more doubles. Okay, chain 1, skip the next chain space, going into the V stitch after that with 2 doubles. Chain 1, and 2 more doubles. See, this is what I was talking about, how I find that it's a lot easier now that we have our base chain all situated and taken care of. Chain 1, and skip the next V-stitch, going into the next one with another double V-stitch cluster. So 2 doubles, chain 1, and 2 more doubles. There we go. And then, last but not least, you can do one of 2 things. You can either do your last double in this space right there. That is one viable option. The other one, which is what I prefer, is to turn this chain here and do your double crochet into the chain like so. Frankly, I think it looks a little bit neater and, well, just my personal opinion. Take it for what you will. Now, because it was 4 multiples of 6, that's why we have 4 of these double V clusters initially. So that being said, let's scoot right along to row 3. Okay, row 3 is very much like row 1, but instead of working into chains, we're going to be working into chain spaces. So for row 3, start off by chaining up 2 for your first double crochet, turn the work, and then into every chain space, we're going to do another V-stitch. So into this chain space, double, chain 1, double, and then into the chain spaces in between the double V clusters, another V-stitch. So into the chain space, double, chain 1, double. Into the chain space here, double, chain 1, double, chain 1, double, into the next chain space, double, chain 1, double, next chain space, double, chain 1, double, next chain space, double, chain 1, double. See, I told you it flies right by because we're working into stitch spaces instead of into stitches. And these are the kinds of stitches that I really, really like. You know, it's just so much easier. Into this last chain space, double, chain 1, and double. And that's also why I really love doing projects with the granny stitch, because it operates the same way. Now, for the last double crochet, again, you could go in between here, the space, with your last double. Personally, I like to go into the second chain from the bottom and do my last double crochet into that stitch there with a double. Nice clean edge, you know. And if you prefer doing a chaining up of 3, I find that that actually makes this edge buckle out a little bit. But, you know, for me, I think that 2 chains works really nicely. I would say experiment, you know, find what works best for you. That's what this is about. All right, so that was row 3. Let's proceed on. Okay, row 4. Now, row 4, we're going to be doing double V clusters again, but we're going to offset them so they're staggered. So again, start off by chaining up 2 for our first double. Turn the work. And then so that we can offset our double V clusters into this first stitch, double crochet. And that's going to create half of a double V cluster initially. Then from here, chain 1, skip this first chain 1 space going into the next with a double V cluster. So into that space, 2 doubles, chain 1 and 2 doubles, there we are, chain 1, skip the next chain 1 space, that V stitch we got right there, going into the next one with 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles. So 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles. There we go, chain 1. Skip the next chain 1 space, going into the next one 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles. Got my 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles. There we go. Chain 1, and then skipping this chain 1 space, going into the top of that last double crochet, that second chain from the bottom, right there, with 2 double crochets. We started with 2, we need to finish with 2. It's all about the symmetry. There we go. All right. Very, very spiffy. Okay, and for this row, yeah, we have 1 less with the double V clusters. Down here we had 4, up here we have 3, because they are staggered. All right, 1 more row to go. Let's go. Okay, row 5, chain up 2, turn the work, and this is another regular V-stitch row, so into every chain 1 space, going to do a regular V-stitch. So into the first chain 1 space, double, chain 1, double, double, chain 1, double. Next chain 1 space, double, chain 1, double. Next chain 1 space, double, chain 1, double. Next chain 1 space, double, chain 1, double. In the chain 1 space, you know what to do. Double, chain 1, double. Double, chain 1, double, double, chain 1, double. And then at the end here we have our 2 double crochets. So into that double crochet on the edge here, second chain from the bottom, do your last double crochet. And there you are. That is the end of row 5. Nice and pretty. Now, technically, you could really end on whatever row you want to. However, I would suggest ending on an odd row. We just did row 5. You could end on a row 3 or a row 5, either or, but I would suggest ending on a regular V-stitch row because we started with a regular V-stitch row. Again, for the sake of symmetry. Again, personal preference. Take it for what you will. So, because I like being thorough, I like spending time with you guys, let's do a repeat of rows 2 through 5 together. Let's go. Okay, so for the repeat, row 2, start off by chaining up 2, 1 and 2, turn the work into the first chain 1 space, do a double V-stitch cluster with 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles, chain 1, skip the next chain space, going to the next one with 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles, 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles, chain 1, skip the next chain space, going to the next one, 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles, chain 1, skip a chain space going into the next with 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles. It's 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles, okay, and then finish off with a double in the second chain from the bottom on that last double. And there you are. That's row 2 for the repeat. Okay, row 3 for the repeat. Chain up 2. Turn the work into every chain space. Double, chain 1, double for a V-stitch. So double, chain 1, double, 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 and then finish off by doing a double crochet into the second chain from the bottom. There we go, and that is row 3 for the repeat. Coming along nicely, but we got 2 more rows to go, so let's go. Okay, row 4 for the repeat. Start off by chaining up 2. There we are. Turn the work. Okay, we need to offset the V-stitches, which means we need the V-stitch over here. So into this first stitch, double crochet to create half of our double V-stitch cluster. There we are. Then chain 1, skip the chain 1 going into the next with a double V-stitch cluster. So that's 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles. It's 2 doubles, chain 1. Sorry, my yarn was getting all tangly. So I got 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 more doubles. Chain 1, skip the chain space going into the next, 2 doubles. Chain 1, 2 more doubles. Again with the yarn tangles, sorry. It happens. Okay, chain 1, skip a chain space going into the next, 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles, and then chain 1, skip the chain 1 space right here in that last V-stitch, and then going into the very edge here, second chain from the bottom with 2 doubles. That's 1 and 1 more. We gotta have that symmetry. So we got 2 doubles on the edge there. Perfect. Very nice. Okay, 1 more row to go. Let's go. Last, but certainly not least, row 5 for the repeat. Start off by chaining up 2, turn the work, and then into every chain 1 space a V-stitch with double, chain 1, double. And that's really all there is to it. So you're just going to keep repeating rows 2, 3, 4, and 5 for as long as you want your piece to be. And of course, as always, timestamps will be in the description box as per usual. So you can listen to me jibber jabber all you want. And again, going into the chain 1 spaces with our V stitches and our double V clusters, it really, really, really makes the process that much easier. So also, if you are so inclined to use a more fuzzy yarn, like a boucle, a homespun, something of that sort, this stitch lends itself to that. Any sort of yarn with a halo, anything that's a little bit more fuzzy-wuzzy, definitely a lot easier to work with. Okay, so we just did our last V-stitch, then finish up the row with a double crochet into the very, very edge there, that second chain from the bottom, and double crochet. And there you go. Gorgeous. Love it. It has some staggered variation. It's a little bit lacy, not overtly so, but yeah, I think it's fabulous. All right, and there you go. Alrighty, my dears, so that's going to conclude today's tutorial on the V-Stitch Medley. Really hope that you liked it, and if you did, please give a little thumbs up button down below because you know that I appreciate your appreciation as always. And stay tuned for more because whether I am crocheting or knitting or doing audiobook narrations or playing some games or doing some recipes, hey, I like variety. It's the spice of life, and I am cayenne pepper. And, well, you know what to do until next time, right? I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay stitching, and please stay safe. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now, everybody, and have a great day.